Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where something big has happened today. I wonder what that would be. It's only that is right. The Premier League fixtures were announced today, and it has to be said, Liverpool have been given a very easy start. Yeah, thank you, Premier League. But joining me to discuss the Premier League fixtures and the upcoming fixtures for the season, I have Jack Mack LFC. How are you doing, my friend?
Not too bad, mate. Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. If you're having a lovely night, morning, wherever you're around the world. But can't wait to discuss the fixtures for the upcoming season, mate. Thank you for letting me on.
No problem. And, of course, I have Mr. Connor Niblett from the Cop Council. How are you doing, my friend?
Make me feel like an intruder every single time. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for having me on again, mate. And yeah, football's coming back really quick, and it's weird because it feels like it just ended. It's weird, but yeah. Apart from that, it'd be nice to see football back on a first time basis instead of watching highlights or watching some weird football out in like Abu Dhabi. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, not a problem. So, obviously, the Community Shield is next Saturday, and I can't believe I'm saying that. But 8:59 came this morning, and everyone was like, "Who's your team got for the first game of the season?" And out came Liverpool versus Leeds United. Connor, what was your reaction when we got Leeds United?
Well, champion versus champion, really.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a very nice start to the season. Yes, it is against the championship champions, but we played Norwich last year, and look what happened there. So it's going to be I think it'll be a tougher game than Norwich because Bielsa, I think he's going to be prepared for Premier League football. In the sense, but realistically, we could have had other fixtures. We could have had Man City. First game. That would have been one hell of a first game. But I'd rather play the weaker teams and then build up then to City. But realistically, I'm happy with Leeds. It could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, and as Connor said, obviously, Jack, the second time in consecutive seasons that we've had the defending champions of the championship at Anfield. So how are you feeling about Leeds United? Because obviously Bielsa's a character, there's no doubt about it, but do you think Leeds will pose more problems than Norwich did at Anfield last season?
Yeah, definitely, mate. And first off, we've got to welcome anyone that dislikes Manchester United to Anfield with open arms. You probably dislike them more than us, which is very rare, but I think there's a huge occasion for Bielsa. He's probably sat there in Austria, spying on Liverpool as we speak, in the mountains. But yeah, I'm so excited to see them, mate. They've done so well to get promoted last season. I think they should have went up last the season just before that anyway. But I'm really excited. Bielsa is a fantastic manager. His reputation goes above and beyond. You only have to ask all managers in the Premier League. I think I'm very intrigued, and I think every single fan around the Premier League will be very interested to see how Leeds do fare. Will they do a Sheffield United, come up, stay up and get into the top 10? I think that'd be a big achievement if Leeds can do that. But it's great to see the Leeds fans, such a big club, huge club, probably like the 5th, 6th biggest club in England, to be rightfully back in the Premier League where they belong.
Absolutely. No, to be fair, Leeds United, you have been missed for about 16, 17 years. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game as well. I mean, obviously, after that, we were given Chelsea away and then Arsenal at home. And then, obviously, after that will be the Carabao Cup. So, nice, easy start, Jack. How are you feeling about the first three? How many points do you see us getting out of those three?
9 out of 9, mate. I know you don't get too confident, but off the back of the season we've just started, and I think it could help Liverpool because I tell you, if we get maximum points out of September against 3 very big teams, I think this will really set us up very well going into the coming months, because then you've got, just respect to the other teams in the bottom half of the table, but you've got the big fixtures out of the way, and
Yeah.
regardless if it goes one way or goes the other, it's going to be great anyway, because that could be a fantastic couple of games to really build on.
Yeah, definitely. Jack, Connor, are you in the same line as Jack? Do you think 9 points out of 9 is doable?
Yeah, I think it's very doable. I think, if we go back to the season just gone, I think looking at, the season that we had previous to that, getting 97 points, I think all of us looked at the, the fixtures this time last year and we were like, okay, if we match, the results of the previous season, then, this year could be our year. And, thankfully it was, like, we improved from last year. And I think we have to realistically do the same. Chelsea away, we won there last season. We can win there again this year. Arsenal at home, we destroyed them. So realistically, I think that Liverpool, I think a few people questioned us, after the restart and things like that. But to be awfully honest, the league was done. It was done and dusted. I think Jurgen just allowed them to do whatever they wanted in the sense of things. But I think now, especially, with the pre-season out in Austria, I think he'll just get them back focused and that. And, 9 points out of 9 would be the perfect start. I think Liverpool have done it. I think they've done it, only one time since Klopp's been it, or like not done it one time since Klopp's been there. So, realistically, Chelsea away, I think that's probably the toughest one out of the first 5 games. But then, of course, the entire season's, it's not won on 6 or 5 games, it's won by 38. So realistically, I would say, 9 points out of 9, go into October then, and then, some tough games in there then, and then, focus then on the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously looking at this, obviously after Arsenal would have a Carabao Cup game in amongst Aston Villa, and then the Champions League draw, group stage draw, is made on the 1st of October. So looking at these fixtures, obviously we've got Aston Villa, then we've got Everton, then we'll probably have a Champions League game after that. Then it's Sheffield United, then it's Sheffield United at home, and then West Ham at home, and then I think there's another Champions League game, and then we go into November, and I have to say, Jack, November is looking really, really tricky. Man City away, Leicester at home, and Brighton away.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think the best thing about that, I think before we hit the record button, I think we were looking through all the dates. Everyone let us know your thoughts. If I'm wrong, let us know in the comment section below. I think in between November, you've got the 7th of November, we play City away, and you've got a couple of weeks, I mean, it's like 1 or 2 weeks after that anyway. There's a good break between the 7th and the 21st against Leicester. Not too sure if there's Champions League or European English fixtures anyway, but I think that's probably the biggest gap in terms of fixture congestion. Well, there's not congestion really, but a big gap. But it'd be very interesting. Brighton, what will they do this season? Leicester, they will be wanting to bang on the door of the Champions League football this season. And Man City, the big one. I'm happy that we're playing City away first rounds, and then obviously come the back end of next season, back end of this new season coming up. I think that could be huge, having the home advantage in the second phase of rounds of fixtures.
Yeah, definitely. And then looking into December, Connor, Wolves at home, Fulham away, Tottenham at home, Crystal Palace away, and then the Boxing Day fixture, West Brom at home and Newcastle away. And probably in amongst that, you'll probably have the Carabao Cup and you'll probably have the Champions League. So obviously over those 6 games, do you expect us to get 18 points?
Ooh, that would be the perfect ideal thing, but realistically, there's always points dropped around Christmas. I know Jurgen loves the fixtures between Boxing Day and New Year's. He always loves them, especially the 26th and the 28th. But realistically, Wolves, very, very tough team. But thankfully, it's at Anfield. Fulham away, that should be relatively easy. Tottenham, depends what Jose Mourinho does, because he always likes spoiling the party at Anfield, as many rival fans would love to tell us. Palace away, it's a tough place to go with the crowd. but you probably won't have crowds in then by then. I don't really know
Yeah.
if that is. It's a bit iffy on that. And then, West Brom at home and Newcastle away, two teams that will be fighting down there in the bottom, and they'll want to try and get points off us. But realistically, I think Liverpool this season, they'll want to try and replicate what we did last year, at least, I think, in the sense of the standard. But then I think one thing what Jurgen will probably want to do as well is probably go a bit better in Europe, in terms of group stage, because last season, we had to rely on the last game to get through again. And I think maybe Jurgen will want to, top the group with ease this time round. So, it's just the balance realistically between the league and the Champions League. But yeah, I could see, us getting, was it 1, 2, 3, was it 5 games, 6 games?
Right.
Anyway, I think it's positive that we'll win all of them, to be fair.
And obviously, everybody noticed that we haven't said Manchester United yet, but we have them in January. Jack, do you think they've put the Manchester United game in January because fans could be let back in?
I don't know, probably because someone in the fixture office a bit scared of Liverpool. Probably a Manchester United fan, keep them as far away from Liverpool as possible. As long as it keeps Ollie in the job, happy days, because he's doing a great job. But yeah, mate, it'd be. I'm as Connor was saying there, and everyone at home, I think we're not too aware of obviously what the regulations and the fans are allowed to come back, whether how many it'd be, 10%, 20% capacity really, but we'll find out in the coming months. But fingers crossed when it's all safe and proper to do so. It'd be great to get not a lot of fans, but just a couple in spaced around the stadium. I think it could add a lot more to the fixtures, but in the coming weeks, I think we'll probably discuss it a bit back at the end of this episode anyway. But once I've asked you in terms of television rights, there was a big fiasco on that, but won't mention that now. But I think Manchester United would be very happy to play it in January. But as Conor was saying, December and January, they're always, not just for Liverpool, but for most Premier League teams in the Prem, it could decide whether you go out and splash the cash, because Liverpool could be second or third in the league anyway, but hopefully we are top. But it December and January do heavily impact what you do in the transfer market and where you are in terms of position of the league.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And obviously we've got February, Connor, Brighton at home, Man City at home, Leicester away, Everton at home, and Sheffield United away. I don't think we've ever had a February as tough as that.
No, it's probably one of the toughest, I think, in Liverpool's history, like as far as like names and that. But again, it all depends on like how teams are doing. You don't know how Brighton are going to be this year. They were superb last year, but then maybe it might change. Like Newcastle. Newcastle under Steve Bruce 12 months ago, we all thought that they were going to be relegated, and they were pretty decent. So it's weird, isn't it? So yeah, but again, Man City and Leicester being in the same, playing Man City and then Leicester, that's a bit of a suspicious thing. I think someone's try a go at Liverpool there, but I'm confident. Brendan Rodgers this season, I think Leicester will try and go gun blazing again, but it's just a tendency with Brendan Rodgers in Premier League football. His teams die out at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like, we know that firsthand from, not winning the league in 13-14 and then, other seasons as well, getting, battered 6-1 by Stoke, I think it was. And that, very bad memories then. But yeah, it's one of these things. But yeah, realistically, Brighton should be okay. Man City, Leicester, tough games. Everton at home, easy win. And then Sheffield away, I think you could probably put that in the tough game bracket because we won by a Dean Henderson mistake last season, so it's going to be very difficult. I'd probably say Sheffield's probably the hardest game in that month. I would say,
especially away, given
Mm-hmm. Well, considering that Man City haven't beaten us at Anfield since 2003. So 17 years ago. So hopefully that will continue. One fixture stands out in May. Just imagine Liverpool. We can obviously look ahead and we could look back to this video, but imagine if Liverpool are ahead and you're given the chance to win the title at your biggest enemy, your biggest rivals, Manchester United. Would you take it, Jack? Do you think do you think there's a possibility that we could win? Okay, we're obviously looking forward thinking, but does the Manchester United game in May stand out to you?
Yeah, it's always a big fixture, Manchester United, and I think that would be a record. Hopefully, City tail off, and a couple of teams. It depends. I have to tell you, the way we've been playing, and if we continue for the third season on the bounce to get anywhere near at least 95, I think that would be ridiculous. And I'm hoping we do that, but that would be phenomenal. But it would be possibly pushing another record if we do finish that. Like I tell you, we've got Leeds away, and then obviously in April in and around there. But I think we've been quite blessed in terms of not having very big fixtures. No disrespect to football's a very funny game. All the games are going to be very important. But in terms of like, you're not looking at like Man United, City, Chelsea, and Arsenal like last 5 or 6 fixtures. You're looking at quite much spread of fixtures.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking at it, I mean, you're absolutely right. I think I'm looking at the run-in, and obviously we've got Arsenal away, Villa at home, Leeds away, Newcastle at home. There's I did that out. Manchester United away, Southampton at home, West Brom away, Burnley away, and Crystal Palace at home. And as Jack was saying, Connor, at least that run-in is a wee bit favourable, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think, Jack mentioned a good point there. It's not, there's no difficult teams there realistically, that on paper at least anyway. But, if we go back to, the season just gone, Liverpool won the league with 7 games to go. If that was the same case, we'd win it, against Villa in April and then celebrate it at Leeds away, or like we'd win it at Leeds. So, that would be kind of nice in the sense, but realistically, if there's a possibility of winning it at Manchester United, I 100% want that. I 1000% want to lift that Prem. Even imagine lifting it at Old Trafford as well. I wouldn't want that. But
Tico 20. Oh, I'd love it. I would love
it. Imagine now, you got Mark Goldbridge and that just slamming his desk, going like, oh, these idiots and all like that. Yes, Manchester United are idiots. But that's just a game realistically for me that I'd love to win the league. At that game, maybe we are getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but just seeing that fixture, and knowing that Liverpool are going to be around the top, this year yet again, it's just a dream if that was to happen, like.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, I'm looking at the last game. Both Liverpool and Man City are both at home that day. Man City have got Everton, so please be ahead of them when they play Everton, because there's no chance of them winning there. And we've got Crystal Palace at home, and which could be interesting because obviously, that'll be for another video, obviously. But we obviously spoke before, and we were saying that this could be the season pass struggle as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comment section down below what you think about the fixtures. I mean, looking at it, we've got a favourable run in, I think. Only a few hard games in there. Obviously Arsenal away, and obviously United away, and obviously Leeds away would be the ones I look at. But looking at it, if we can get the tough fixtures out of the way first, then if we're going into November, leading away, and obviously the Man City game is, the Man City games are going to be deemed as title deciders anyway, because that is what you say about it. But yeah, just on basically final word from both of you, Connor, how are you feeling about the fixtures for the upcoming season?
Like we said throughout the video, very happy about it. Start not too bad, at the end not too bad. Christmas time be fair, not that bad on distance and everything like that. So realistically, a nice evened out Premier League, and like fingers crossed, things can go like they did last season, and we can do this. And I think the other big thing as well, and I know we'll talk about this in other videos as well, is the fact that I think Liverpool have the best mentality in the Premier League. So I think compared to Manchester City, I think we are already better equipped going into the season without signing players and things like this. So realistically, I think Liverpool will just take it as they did last year, calm, collected, and fingers crossed they can get to at least 95 plus points for the season.
Yeah, Jack, anything to add on to that?
Absolutely made up, mate, and made up to do the episode. Thank you for having me on that. I can't wait for this season. I think every single one of us around the world, we're just so happy that football is still being able to be played, and that it's great for the spectacle, and can't wait for Liverpool to defend their title. As Klopp said this, I think it was today or yesterday, he said Liverpool aren't looking to defend, they're looking to win another title this season, and I just can't wait. It feels like forever, as Connor said at the beginning of the show. It feels like it was only just yesterday that we stopped playing football. Not us, but we're not that good. But for our lads. But yeah, everyone, hopefully all keeping safe and well. And I just can't wait for the footy to get underway.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comment section down below. Let us know your standout fixtures. I'm pretty sure you know which ones I'm talking about. Man City, Manchester United, Leeds United, etc. And obviously Everton as well. But no, thank you very much for watching. Jack, big thank you for coming on. Where can we find you on your socials, my friend?
Just Jack Mack LFC, mate. Thank you very much for having me on, everyone. Hopefully every single one of you around the world keeping safe and well and look after one another. But yeah, can't wait. Jack Mack LFC on all of them, everyone. So we just give it a search. She'll pop up on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter anyway, if you want to give us a follow. But nice one. Appreciate it, lads.
No problem. And Connor, closing in on 300 subscribers now. Where can we find you in your socials?
It feels like it's been coming forever, but yeah, yeah. But no, it's thank you for having me on again, mate. I know that I'm practically like the parrot in the background these days, where I'm constantly there. But no, realistically, thank you for having me on again, and yeah, hopefully, guys, let us know in the comment section. I guess all of us will reply to you in the comments. What fixtures are you looking forward to? And realistically as well, how many who do you think is going to win the league? You better say Liverpool, because if you don't, you're going to get banned. But no, I'm joking. But no, it's I'm looking forward to this season. It's going to be really exciting to preview it, to talk about it, and fingers crossed it's going to be one of these seasons that just blows everyone's mind. But yeah, also as well, you can find me, the Cop Council, everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or in the video description down below.
Yeah, absolutely. Go subscribe to Jack. Go subscribe to Connor. But come and subscribe to me first as well. That seems to be a running joke between everyone in this podcast as well. But thank you very much for watching. And if you are new around here, then please hit that subscribe button as well. Smash a like on this video. And yes, Reds, next Saturday, Community Shield, and then 2 weeks later, the Premier League returns. Really, really exciting. Really, really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, Reds. You'll never walk alone. Bye-bye.